Valtteri Bottas has distanced himself from Lewis Hamilton's suggestions as Mercedes try to stop Max Verstappen and Red Bull. Valtteri Bottas has disagreed with Lewis Hamilton over the Mercedes star's pleas to stop Max Verstappen's F1 dominance. Bottas has claimed Red Bull deserve their success and doesn't feel teams should have their performance capped. It comes after Hamilton called for the FIA to introduce rule changes that mean all 10 teams can only begin working on their 2024 cars from a certain date. When asked if he would be in favor of FIA bosses imposing rules that would prevent Red Bull from getting an early advantage for next year, Hamilton's ex-teammate refused to back the Briton. Bottas told Planet F1, "I think they deserve it. They've done a great job with the car. They seem to have a really strong team overall. I don't see a point of trying to limit someone's performance. I think already, with the regulations nowadays, if you win the Constructors' Championship, you're already then penalized in terms of wind tunnel time. So I think, in the longer term, that will stabilize things. It's the nature of the sport. There are always periods when somebody's dominating, and so on, so I wouldn't change anything. It's the name of the game. The people who build the best car deserve it." Hamilton suggested that work cannot start on next year's machines until at least August 1st, so no one can get an advantage. The 7-time champion even suggested that Mercedes had never started work on their car this early into a campaign when they were at the top of the standings. Hamilton's remarks came after Red Bull boss Christian Horner admitted some resources were now being piled into the RB20. Hamilton added, "It would make more sense. They should. Say for example you start the season and you know you have a bad car. You can just say I'm not going to bother developing this car and put all this money into next year's car and have an advantage." However, reigning world champion Verstappen was left frustrated by the remarks as he called out his former title rival. He said, "We weren't talking about that when Lewis was winning his championships, right? So I don't think we should now." That's how Formula One works. When you have a competitive car it's great, but at one point of course you also have to look ahead to the next year.